Let's charge an army of 300 people with.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you keep this guy around. Okay? What you signed up to.
Well, at least we have the obligatory David talking about something random as we start the stream.
Well, when you're starting, and then we can make sure David does.
Well, it's not about himself this time, so it's different.
That's true.
About Darthus' stupid plans.
It kind of is about himself. His other self.
Oh, but that all happened before we started the stream.
Hey, Dean, we actually decided on things in advance of the session. Are you proud of us?
Fuck me.
Yeah, did you see our little chat log?
I tried to avoid it.
Thanks for doing that, sir.
Fine.
No, because I'm the GM, so I want to find out in session what you've done.
Yeah, but I tagged you in a comment because I had a question.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
Well, I didn't really have a question. I was just trying to confirm that, like, you told me that the thing they did last session isn't the same as the Investigate Vero thing, right?
No, it's not.
We just happened to be in the same place.
Okay, I wanted to double check because it seemed to have a lot to do with it, at least.
Mm-hmm. Well, you didn't come across Vero.
No.
Yeah, it was like one of the leads or something, though, right?
No, it wasn't even that. It was one of the underlings, but the underling who was being a thorn on the side of the obsidian wall.
No, I don't mean like a leader. I mean like a lead in the investigation.
A lead, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Let's start some music.
David, quick, say something.
So, how about them bindings?
Yeah, what spell are you going for next?
I mean, blood.
You can boil people's blood.
Yes.
Alright.
You gotta look at these these spells. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this.
That doesn't sound like Magnus at all. That's fine.
Blood. Boiling people's blood in their body, that was never a thing Magnus would have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it basically, you cause all the moisture in them to boil into steam, burning them from the inside out.
That sounds like fun.
I'm a bit concerned that you came up with this, David. You wrote these rules.
Very sleep deprived at the time.
Okay.
To be fair, I would have been more worried if he'd come up with like some of the D&D spells.
I mean, you should take a look at the. You should take a look at some of the darkness spells. I think you would have had a lot of fun with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sad there isn't poison egg though. That's the best spell in D&D.
I mean, technically you could just make a poison egg because.
Oh yeah, Dan, there was a spell in D&D which is literally like you can cause the inside of an egg to become poisonous from, I think it was like 40 feet.
I remember this conversation we had when we were doing Dan's campaign. Yeah, I remember poison egg.
It will never be as good as Iron Beard.
Yeah, that's true. That is
true.
I
don't remember that one. I don't remember Iron Beard. Okay.
That is a spell.
There you go.
And it literally does what it says on the tin. Yeah. It literally does what it says on the tin.
If you would like some music, then have music. And
of a willing target, I love it. How does having an Iron Beard give you a +1 AC bonus? How does that work?
Because your face
if
is metal.
Someone hits you in the face.
Weapon. Such a cold iron armor space.
Okay. Weapon equivalent.
Okay. That is by far the best spell in D&D.
The Iron Beard.
Have you guys watched? Have you guys watched? You remember Dexter's Lab, The Crimson Chin?
I don't remember that. I remember Action Hank.
Wasn't Crimson Chin? Hold on.
I don't know. I just remember the one where they're like, "You're so rugged."
Oh yeah.
You had a beard. Yeah.
The spell actually gives you a 20% spell failure chance because it makes you difficult to speak. We're gone.
Sorry, it was Fairly Odd Parents, The Crimson
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, man, that was so long ago.
I mean, it was more recent than Dexter's Lab.
That's true.
Yeah.
Love a bit of poison egg.
Poison egg.
So, yeah, my favourite. I just wanted to have it.
Oh
So
no,
that-
it's touch. It's a touch range. So you have to
Is it
touch the
touch range? Oh, you have to touch the egg.
That's the
It
egg.
was a range.
How sad would you be
Like-
if you had touch egg and you couldn't use the spell because you couldn't get close enough to the egg? I mean,
Yeah, it's like that makes it even more circumstantial.
the egg may be raw or cooked, but must be whole and not empty when you cast the spell.
The poison reverts to a normal egg at the end of the spell's duration. The reverted egg
1 minute
substance
per
is harmless unless the poisoned creature is vulnerable to eggs.
What?
It's just you not word for word.
Don't set me off, because I won't be able to keep it together for the session now.
Oh my god.
It's just... I just love the spells in like Pathfinder are
Ridiculous.
so random. Like there's a spell which makes it so that doors that are open appear closed, or closed doors appear open.
Yeah, but as
You
as-
can
is
use
that?
it in closed doors.
It's like, why?
Yeah, if you-
Why can't I
if you
get
wanna-
the handle?
If you want to troll people and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that door's totally open," just watch them walk into it.
No, I mean, like if you're in a bandit's lair or something, you know what I mean? They could be like, oh, you know, and you don't want them to see what you're doing in a room. You could just, and you can't get to the door to close it because you'll create noise. Yeah.
Why can't I get the door? Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there's uses for all of the spells, but except for Ironbeard.
Well, the D&D spells are, a lot of them are very situational.
Yeah,
Like,
Mm.
useless unless you're in this specific situation.
I've yet to find a situation for poisoned egg, but I will find it.
So, last session,
Mhm.
Hassan and Darthus went on a little mini adventure, a little
We did.
mini break together, and got into a bit of trouble. It's up to you guys if you want to divulge everyone else at Wolfspire of what happened. It's up to you.
I think we probably would. Doesn't really.
I mean, I feel like Hassan would leave that to Darthus.
Okay. Yeah, I would anyway. Whether you want to do that in session or not is up to you.
No. You can just explain what happened in the last session now if no one watched it.
Okay, cool. I presume you're not going to just leave it to me now, Tom. Out of character.
Yes,
Um,
I have. No, I'm sorry. I'm joking. I can actually chip it.
So we went on a little bit of a booze cruise to Vanaskar with Asher for a little bit, and we got there we went with Jura actually as well. So we took Jura with us, and we got there and tried to find one of Jura's contacts there. We entered into a warehouse, and that did not go well. We were essentially betrayed at that point, and sort of Hassan did his typical Hassan vanish kind of escapade, and we left at that point. We managed to escape and then slept rough on a roof for some reason.
Well, because if we'd have checked into a tavern, the people who ran the entire tower would probably have known about it and, tried to kill us again.
I'm just saying Darthus wasn't happy about it, okay? That's all.
Yeah, I can't imagine Darthus on a roof.
No, I tried to argue for a bed. I said, Hassan, look, I need a bed. I don't get it. I don't know why.
And I was like, yeah, I need to live, so...
So we ended up living in the end rather than getting a bed.
I thought Darthus was getting used to, sleeping rough with his men.
Whoa.
Whoa. Too far, Dismas. Too far.
Wow, guys. Very mature.
We went to a market next, didn't we?
Yes, we went to the market to sort of have a talk, have a sort of look around and see if we could sort of subtly, I say subtly, I tried to subtly gather information. Darthus walked up to one of the members of the gang we were trying to find out about and asked him about them. So we then ended up being hunted again and, again, escaping.
And Jura let us go for the whole time. So
Yes, and then we ran into one of Duro's agents, a girl whose name I forget at this present moment. But
Lucia? Is that right,
I
Dean?
can't-
Lucia?
Yeah.
Lucia.
Yeah, so we ran into Lucia, and she pointed us in the direction of someone called the Red Serpent of Vanaskar, who was apparently one of the sort of heads of, I guess, upper echelons of the sort of Vanaskar Secret Service. So we took it upon ourselves to try and get any information we could out of him and assassinate him, which sort of went well, right?
Went well.
Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, Jura went in kind of posing as a merchant, and I was his bodyguard, and he talked for a little while with Red Serpent, but eventually it kind of ran dry, the conversation, and I sort of stepped in and tried to explain a way out of it in a different way, which he didn't really buy because he knew exactly who we were anyway, so this whole thing was a charade. And then Hassan, who was laying in a vent above this steam bath, waited for us to be confronted by them because I didn't give him a sufficient signal, apparently, and then promptly shot him. And yeah, all hell broke loose from there. I charged through a wall.
Yep.
We ran away. Jura went a bit crazy and was then naked.
Yeah, on the way out, I did manage to grab the serpent's papers
Yes.
He did.
out of his saddlebag, so we got something out of it at least.
That
And
was
then
the
we
important bit rather than the naked Jura bit. Yeah, I see. Okay.
So,
to escape again through the
So-
city.
yep. I mean, that just led to you guys escaping, didn't it? That led to you guys getting away.
Yeah, we ended up getting back to the ship and sailing away.
And you're not dead.
No, you're not dead.
That would be very awkward to explain.
So, what are we doing for our missions for Wolfspire this week?
Okay.
Food and fortify. I
Refer
think
to the
was-
Discord.
We will
Yes.
do
So
we'll do the vote in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So was it? It was two.
Yeah, it was
Two actions.
Fortify, Wolfspire, and
Mhm.
Mouths to Feed.
Mhm.
Mouths to feed, yeah. Those were the two that we thought were kind of most pressing, I think, in terms of living and then living and surviving from our enemies. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah,
That's
we
all.
made a few of those.
Yeah.
About time. So, and I think there were like a couple of individual things that we wanted to do, but we can talk through that as we go if you want, Dean, or
No?
whatever.
Well, as we go through, yeah, we will do. Okay, so first of all, the votes are in. So
Mhm.
you guys gather in the Great Hall, as you can see, and just with not with everyone, not with all of them, the men, but just with the elite, the actual. Just the elite, basically. Just the guys who are essentially part of the decision-making process. So you're all
Just
in the
the
Great
innocent.
Hall, just sitting around doing things. Hassan and Arthas got back a few days ago, and so they've just been resting up. They've given you all the information. Hassan's been in his tower of whispers, which is pretty threadbare at the moment, but he's just been in there reading his documents that he's got. I suppose you haven't told anyone that you've got those documents yet, Hassan. You want to see what's in them first?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them first.
Okay, so you're just they're still in your room, like in the lock and key. You've been studying them. I'll tell you what's in them in a minute, and if I don't, then remind me. So yeah, the Great Hall. The votes are in, and let's see, the Spy Master has voted for. This is quite a split one actually, because some people trusted the person who got voted, and some people didn't trust the person who got voted. But Hassan won
Hey!
by 2 votes to 1. Hassan won by 2 votes to 1, because the other vote was for someone who wasn't Hassan. So
It's definitely for Darthus.
what a
Dark
disaster.
Spy.
Okay.
So wait,
Yeah?
so Hassan is our leader.
No, he's
No,
the law. He's the
I'm
Spy Master.
Spy
Oh.
I'm going from bottom to top.
I was like, what?
Yes, Hassan rules all.
So
Sorry,
for those of you
you.
who are watching, the first mission for this week that the party got to do at Wolfspire for the Obsidian Wolves was decide on a hierarchy, which is basically 5 positions. There's Spy Master, Lawkeeper, Shadow Enforcer, High Marshal, and Lord Commander that everyone's voting on to see who gets what roles. And also, the NPCs have been voting as well, which is something that I didn't let you be privy to. Their votes cast for a lot less than you guys. They're worth 2 votes. All of them are worth 2 votes, basically. You know, so you guys have the most votes. Lawkeeper, by quite a margin, is Decimus.
Hey.
By quite a margin. 4-1 in the end.
Who voted against me? Was it me?
I mean, if you want me to find out, I can do.
Shadow Enforcer by the Lawkeeper by the Spy Master is essentially the self-titled, Spy Master. Lawkeeper is the recorder of the deliberations that everyone goes through, and the keeper of the binding. Notice they're the recorder of the deliberations, not the actual deliberators, and the keeper of the binding. So the teacher of people with the binding. And the Shadow Enforcer, who is basically the main assassin of the whole escapade, overwhelmingly, actually, is Saga. So it was.
Damn it!
It was Saga.
I thought those in the darkest too. I mean, I just voted for darkest for everything.
That was the safe bet, ladies and gentlemen.
That's fair enough.
The High Marshal, who is the commander of the armies, was a split decision. Actually, about 3 votes to 2, it was Darthus who won that one. Who is now the High Marshal of the Obsidian Wolves.
Awesome.
So now come to Lord Commander, which was a very funny vote. This one counted all of the NPCs that have a part in the Obsidian Wolves. Everyone voted on it as well, and again, this was a split decision, so it was not cut and dry by any means. But by 5 votes to 4, Darthus has the role of Lord Commander of the Obsidian Wolves.
Guys, you're all dead. You're all dead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good inspirational speech from our leader there.
I know, exactly.
Everyone might die. Well, not me, but you guys.
Everyone.
So when that's announced, all the whole erupts into applause. Even the ones who voted against you are silently, it was a split. They didn't know whether to vote for you or someone else. So, you're getting a good round of applause, and you're invited up to share a few words to the gathered faithful at the top of the dais there, Darthus.
I think I will. I mean, other than it being a terrible decision.
As you walk past Asher Ravenhair, she just goes, gay. And as you walk past her, just to try and put you off.
I'll say, thank you, my friends. This is a great honour for me. And I know some of you may not trust my heritage or our purpose here and how I kind of fit into that. But I think through the trials that we've been through, we've come closer together and we've built something wonderful here, something that we can all be proud of, and I hope that continues beyond our enemies and beyond the fights that we have yet to fight.
They applaud and stamp their feet, sort of a thing, and Asher just at the back of the crowd was like, "Yeah, that's fine," and she just walked out.
I'll stand down from the dice and approach the other 3, I guess now.
Yeah,
because we've got 3 companions. And say, well, I can imagine the vote was split there, and it must have been very difficult for everyone. I know I voted a different way for some of the positions, but I hope everyone's happy with where we've arrived at.
I think it makes sense.
Good.
We'll do
Good.
well.
Perhaps we should adjourn to somewhere a little bit more secluded and make some plans as to what we want to do going forward.
To the war room?
To the war room.
To the Batmobile.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Can we have a Batmobile, please? Can we, like,
To the Batcave.
you could do that.
Yeah.
Can you?
That cart.
That car. Exactly. Cool. Okay, we'll head to the war room.
Mhm.
Is there anyone we want to bring along with us, guys?
Only the leaders.
Like
Shogo, Asha, Rowan.
Logan. Yeah, and Rowan and
So-
Janice.
We'll skip ahead to where you're in the war room. Or the are you going to the meeting room or the main war room upstairs?
go to the war room upstairs.
It's just for us, so the war room.
Okay, so so this is where we're going to do the actual missions that you're going to do for Wolfspire this time around. So what did you guys choose to do when you're in the war room?
So mouths to feed.
Okay.
So that involved. Let me read a little count of that one. So now that we've kind of acquired quite a large fighting force, actually, especially going over to Morvade and helping out there, we're having trouble kind of feeding our current garrison and everything like that. We might have stores for a few weeks, but otherwise I think we'll struggle. So we need to arrange some larger shipments and make sure we can protect them. So I think that's our first priority. And then, so I don't know what you want to do about that, Dean?
They will come back, and there will be a lot of trading guilds in Northern Kildanian who have gotten back to you. The best offer that you have is from a company ran out of Ventia, actually, and they offer to give you grain from Raidmere for a discount price of 10,000 golden arms per calendar month. And that'll basically feed all of your troops. Yeah, so there's dried meat in there, there's fish, there's water, there's, lots of grain.
I suppose we don't really have a choice, do we?
That's the best one you've got. You can get more exotic goods for more expensive, but Ventia is a growing city again, and they need all the business they can get, so they're offering a cheaper price.
7 years to go from flat to city.
Yep.
Not
They're
bad.
trying to rebuild.
Looks like we'll have
Yeah.
it looks like we'll have to go back there and flatten it again.
Yeah.
There was more Locke's doing.
That's true. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to make sure that our income kind of covers that then, because we can't really afford to step down our garrison or anything, given the number of enemies that we've kind of accrued recently, especially the big ones. And then the next was Fortify Castle Wolfspire. So I know we've got a store of wood and stone and steel to some extent as well. So we should have some of the raw materials for that, but it's really finding. Yeah.
And I have a lot of craftsmen that have been working.
I mean, the 45,000 golden alms is taking that into account as well. So yeah, that's a lot cheaper than it would have been. It would have been a lot more if you hadn't have already had the.
Does that count my binding users?
Yes. Well, you don't pay them; they're free. But yeah, it
No, I mean to help. But as they're training, I make them build stuff.
Yeah, the binding users can't solve every problem. So
I know.
If a mason
what?
needs to build a wall, the binding user can just make sure they've got what they need where they need it. They're not building the wall. The expensive part's building the wall, not shifting things across. So 45,000 is the best you're going to get out of me for that one. I'm afraid it's a substantial thing. Basically means the entire fortress is top of the line, state of the art, ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically rebuilding a kind of rundown castle. So
Yes. I mean,
So how are we? Go ahead. Sorry.
the castle as it is livable and it's defensible. But against a determined siege, it won't hold out. once you've done this, a siege could last a long time before the castle actually fell. You know, so.
So, yeah, how are we going to split this cost between us? I have a feeling most of it's going to come from my winnings.
That's a great question.
I mean, how much do you have in the kitty?
Really. So
You don't have to be honest about how much money you have, by the way.
I mean, do we have any like in a joint pot in the
I
treasury?
don't think so. I think we just all have our own money.
Right.
We've been paying for stuff, out of our own pockets, but kind of splitting costs. Oh,
Right.
also, I don't know how long it's been since the last session in game, but how much has my all my different
Yes.
gone?
I
I have to. Yeah, sorry. Part of my thing was taking money out of that to pay for the.
was accruing that. That is 10,000 golden alms. So.
Alright. Am I still getting anything for my alchemy stuff? If not, I'd like to start it back up again,
Let's
but
see.
locally.
You haven't been doing it for a little while, so.
Yeah, because we've been busy with Wolfspire stuff.
5,000 golden alms you have.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I mean, now that Sire's stopped kidnapping the men that I had that were mining in the basement of the castle, I'd like to think that did a little bit, but I wasn't getting a great deal of money from that. So I'm pretty poor at the moment, guys.
So I have a feeling I'm going to end up covering whatever you guys don't. So just tell me how much you're willing to pay.
Well, I'm willing to pay everything I have, but that doesn't really help with that much.
Well, how much do
Here is
you-
my 7 golden alms.
I got 5.
I'm sure he has at least 9.
I have 5, so that's it. That's it, guys.
You have 5?
I have 5,000. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Not just 5. No.
Or do you? Didn't you give what's her name access to your money?
I did. I don't know how that's gone down. Whether she's actually spent it yet or not, but you remember I gave Asher access to my treasury fund, Dean? Do you remember
Yes.
Why is Darth this bad at things?
I just need to do a roll for.
How well you've satisfied her.
Oh no, she's satisfied. She just
How much of her satisfaction comes from
That? Thank you
rating
for the
his
comments
purse?
there, Dean. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Arthas.
You're no longer managing your own money.
Good. Good.
Like the wife has the purse strings now.
Okay.
And you
Please
notice.
give her your code.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
You notice a lot of her men are walking around with silken shirts, and her sails have got her replastered, and she's got all new timbers in a boat and a new boat. She's bought a few other fleet vessels as well, so she's now got a motley fleet of about 8 or 9 ships. So yeah, all bought with sugar daddy's money. So.
It's true. Okay.
So,
How much does that cost me, Dean?
I think you're in the red, mate, to be honest.
Do I have money? No? Okay.
shit. Alright, so I'm gonna be like, okay.
How much money
so
did you have?
How much?
5,000 golden arms. I'm just going to write not good on my kitty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to ask everyone, how much would you be willing to contribute to
Okay.
fortifying Wolfspire?
Okay.
In character.
I'm just gonna roll d20 to see how many 1,000 golden alms she spent. just to be. In fact, I'm gonna add a +3 to it. Because
I've got to be honest, Dan.
Good on my character sheet. Where-
I've got to be honest, Dan. I did warn you that this would happen.
just because you haven't given her any oversight or anything like that, you just let her go for it. So let's
No.
see.
No.
10. So 10,000 golden alms. You are 5,000 golden alms in the red.
I'm going to leave the not good on there.
So I'm gonna give a pointed look at Hassan since he's decided to throw in with us.
Yeah.
Finding how much he can
I see.
contribute.
Guy who's just turned up and therefore has basically nothing. Yeah. I mean, I did take that 1,500 from that guy, but I did spend most of it, so I can give you like 500.
It's like it looks like it's going to be mostly you and me.
All right. And then
You can pay this
we
in
know-
installments. You don't need to pay it all at once.
no, it's fine. I look at Darthus. What about you?
Well, that's a funny story, sire. I have to be honest with you. I've been so preoccupied with, Wolfspire and going off and with Hassan and everything.
You sound like Decimus. Get to the point.
I don't know. I have to be honest.
How do you not know?
Well, Asher and I had this conversation, and she was very persuasive, as I'm sure you can imagine she is. And I may have given her access to my treasury.
You
Did
what?
you did what?
Well, I thought it was a good idea at the time, and
Asha. I mean, Asha's up with us. I'm like, Asha?
No, she's
How
not
much
in the room.
money?
She's not in the
she
room.
left. She left. So
I'm going to ask someone to go get Asha.
She actually walks in this fine. She actually walks in a wedding dress that she just bought, just out of it's like this flowing robe, but you can tell she doesn't know it's a wedding dress. She just thinks it's a normal dress. She just like walks in and does a twirl, and then sees you looking at her and goes, "I'll be in my bunk," and she just walked around.
My forehead is like resting on the table now. Like,
Asha? Does Darthus have any money left?
She said, "I'm sure he does. Yeah, I don't really check."
I'll go and check, my friends. I'll go now.
So, Saya, it looks like this is going to be just you and me.
As you open the door, Darthus, there are a few people there from a bank in Saga.
Okay.
And they basically are here to inquire as to when you're going to pay back the debt that you have accrued.
When they say the word debt, I'm just going to scream, "Shit!" And you can hear it through the floor of the room above as Darth sort of screams this. And yeah, I'll have a lengthy conversation with them as to what do they mean by debt? Where is my money all gone? And I'll make arrangements and send them off.
He's like, look, being addicted to things like gambling and prostitutes is a perfectly normal thing in this day and age, Mr.
My friend, prostitutes? Wait, how dare you? I have no prostitutes here. I do not lie with women that I pay for.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't do such a thing. I've never in my life, and it's dishonourable. How dare you question my honour?
Are we?
I'm very
did
sorry.
you take them away from? Did you go away from the war room for this?
Yeah,
or
we're not here. We're not here.
He's in the treasury. Yeah.
He's like, well, listen, Mr. Balefire, your guild has been more than acquiescent to our wishes in the past. We have many mercenary firms out there that you have helped along the way. How about I do this? I give you an overdraft. Yeah? I'd say 15,000 golden alms. That would give you another 10,000 golden alms to spend. And, we will charge an interest rate, of course. But, that's nothing to worry about now. You'll have another 10,000 golden alms to spend. And when you have money, you can simply pay it into your account until you are eventually in the black.
Darthus literally has no idea what an overdraft is because he's lived in in the Valium Rethium Palace, so he doesn't even know what an overdraft is. So he's just gonna be like, so what you're saying is that I owe you money, but you're going to give me more money so I can spend it?
Yes.
For you?
Yes.
And you're just going to do that out of the goodness of your hearts?
No, of course not. I mean, we value your customer. We value the customer of the Obsidian Wolves.
I see. Well, I'm very grateful for that. Well, yes, that's
I have a
wonderful.
contract here, Mr. Balefire. And if you would just sign here, and put your initials and your date of birth here, then we will have the money in your account by the end of the day.
I've like signed on the paper as like quicker than he's pointed his fingers at the lines.
Okay.
So I just sort of scribbled. So I sort of hand it back to him and say, "Well, that sounds fantastic.
He says,
Thank you very much for your custom, my
gives you
friends,
a
and you're
very
welcome
deep
back."
bow and says, "We are always at the service of the Obsidian Wolves," and then walks out.
I'll bow to him as he leaves.
Cool.
I'm quite pleased now with what's gone on. I now have money. It's been a good day. Been a good day so far.
Cool.
Wander back upstairs.
I love how Darth this is the same as I am with money, but in the fucking, in RP.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
All right, so I think when you, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think as he's coming back up, I'm discussing with Decimus how much he's willing to put in.
Alright, so
Bear
We
in
need
mind,
to
guys,
spend-
we said we were doing this to like speed things up, which is how this hasn't sped things up. So let's try and wrap it up.
yeah, well, I mean, it's just you say we can pay it in installments.
Yeah.
Because I think I've got. Well, I had to spend 5,000 on the traders and merchants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves me with 22,000 about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you can put up 20, I can put up the rest.
Okay.
Monies.
It's decided then. It's settled then.
And Hassan, this is why we keep individual accounts.
He just nods.
Okay, so that's that done. Deduct 20,000 and 25,000.
Should we get started?
Treasuries.
I think- Okay. Got 10,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1 second, guys. I'm just gonna say bye to my dad.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
so you said 10,000?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because
No.
Stay is putting in 25, then Darthus is putting in 20. No, not Darthus, Decimus. So I guess you guys deduce.
Oh, that's
that amount.
right. That's right. I was
Yeah,
thinking
so
it
you
was
guys-
50,000 for some reason.
45.
I'm good now.
Yeah, although Hassan is sort of impressed with how much money you have.
Do you mean impressed or intrigued? you notice, so you notice how his tower is over here, and the treasure room is here.
No, nothing.
I'm
No.
trying not to think about that.
No reason at all.
Don't notice about how I claimed the entire tower.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't it's not just that floor. Like, it's literally the whole way up and down. Like, I just claimed the whole thing. I was like, yeah, this is mine.
Cool.
But
Okay.
I feel like if there was a moment, anything else we need to discuss as a group, or are we sort of moving off?
I think that's it, really. Just
Well,
moving off and
I guess while Decimus is gone, I'll probably turn to Hassan and say, so I heard you were helping Duro with something?
Yes, Duro, a interesting young gentleman.
Well, he's found another lead on Cassius. Shogo sent us all a note about it. I'm sure you're familiar.
Yes, I am aware.
Okay. Would you be able to assist him further in this investigation?
Sure, I could help in whatever way I can. There's a nod my head.
Alright. I'm sure
Do you
he'll
need
appreciate
further
it.
help, Hassan, do you think?
Darthus is offering to help. I sort of look at Darth and go, I think you helped enough last time. I think I'll be alright on my own.
That's true. I did help out a lot last time. So, very well. I'm sure you two can handle yourselves anyway. So,
Sorry, what I miss?
No, it's fine. We just filled the space.
it was more
I
Darthus warning.
I just
Don't
agreed to help Nero.
Okay.
This narrow situation.
So
So cool.
I think we'll take a quick break there for 5 minutes. I've just got to sort something out. Basically, I've got to restart. Just do an update quick. So,
Okay.
leave it there for now, and we'll be back in about 5